Good afternoon. Welcome to all of the proud parents and grandparents, the world-class professors, the smattering of jaded and unsightly teaching fellows, and the handful of Asian tourists who are faster than our security guards. To these lucky few, if you would like to stick around afterwards, I'll be more than happy to dispense some admissions advice or even go ahead and bless your children. Most importantly, though, welcome to the class of 2009. We are the most intelligent, accomplished, and unemployed class to ever graduate from Harvard. Finally, thank you to President Faust, Dean Hammonds, the Harvard College Board of Overseers, for personally asking me to speak today. I am delighted to finally have my voice heard after never once speaking in 4 years of section. Class of 2009, let's face facts. We are screwed. It's actually quite amazing that 6 short months ago, I would have stood up here and congratulated you on your fat cat jobs in iBanking and marketing and my personal favorite, consulting. I thought the job at Goldman Sachs and the hot girlfriend that worked in public relations that awaited me in New York City after I graduated would validate my decision to take accounting at MIT or post fervently on the Justice blog. Now, though, the earlier promise that the world will reward us for being the best and the brightest is no longer guaranteed. During this recruiting season, I sadly learned that my time leading a hip-hop dance troupe of 4th graders qualified me to be a jazzercise instructor, not a captain of industry. I'm sure the other 974 graduates who were also president of a PBHA organization can empathize. Sadly, my friends, life isn't Professor Ben-Shahar's positive psychology. We won't just get an A for showing up. Right now, it is more difficult than ever to cash in on the tangible benefits of a Harvard diploma. If you concentrate in English, forget about working at Morgan Stanley. You're likely jobless now, or, even worse, signed up to be an ex-spouse preceptor. If you concentrated in visual and environmental studies, let's face it, you probably weren't going to get a job in any economy. If you concentrated in economics, your job is now being performed for $3 an hour in a call center in Mumbai. If you concentrated in biochemistry, well, I'm horribly, horribly sorry about your college experience. Everywhere you look, the Harvard brand name has taken a beatdown. But remember this, class of 2009, no matter how bad it gets, Harvard University is an indestructible American brand, like Lehman Brothers or General Motors. So today I want to perform a public relations miracle. I want to resuscitate the Harvard brand. I am going to tell you how to tell everyone you know that you are still amazing. We're Harvard graduates. We keep our noses turned up, even in a down economy. In recent years, up to 50% of graduating seniors have moved on to work in prestigious fields like finance and consulting. Sadly, absent the 5 kids whose parents are CEOs at these firms, this is no longer an option. However, we must not let this brief unemployment hiccup damage our egos. Rather, let's do what we do best. Let's learn to brag about the silver lining in every career path. If you're working as a bank teller, you're actually overseeing the bailout and re-injecting vital capital into the market. Living in your parents' basement, creepily looking at distant friends' spring break photos on Facebook? Nope. You're actually trying to stay lean as you develop an adequate monetization strategy for your Web 3.0 hosted software solution company. You drop enough buzzwords, anyone can look like Mark Zuckerberg. Tell your grandparents you're tweeting for a living. They'll nod and won't ask any follow-ups because they're terrified of computers. If you find yourself volunteering, claim that you're inspired by Obama. If you find yourself dressed like a homeless person, claim that you're inspired by Matt Sundquist. You know, I guess what I'm trying to say to you is over these past 4 years, we've learned to talk the talk, and that's really all that matters. Many of us learned how to tie a bow tie without the YouTube tutorial. A select few can, tell the difference between North, East, and Bridgehampton. These are actually the lamest skills imaginable, and they will never come up again outside of Harvard. But academically, we've learned to BS better than anyone. We can all cite the categorical imperative in section without having any idea what it means. We've mastered the ability to talk to our teaching fellows about their personal research, all the while mentally calculating exactly how much that conversation will raise our final grade. Remember, if anyone tries to call you out, remind them ever so gently, I went to Harvard. Next year, when you're crying into your Starbucks barista application, remember that graduating from here makes you culturally superior to everyone. Harvard is the most diverse place on earth. Freshman year, my friend whose parents, ancestors, came over on the Mayflower, lived with an Asian military brat, a half-gay, half-black, half-Irish Republican, and a Mexican Jew. I didn't even know most of these ethnic groups existed. As a result of our supreme liberal arts education, we're perfectly positioned to understand every inside joke in The Simpsons. Laugh heartily and ask your seatmate, did you catch that subtle allusion to Freud's coke habit? From our time in Professor Naja's Greek heroes, we have enough knowledge of antiquity to note all of the historical inaccuracies in the movie Troy. Disgustedly exclaim, they didn't use oval shields until the classical era. I had to mess up once, I'm sorry. Monet or Manet? Modernism or postmodernism? Beirut or Flip Cup? Memorize these answers, occasionally pose these debates to friends at dinner parties, and you will immediately feel superior. After 4 years fighting with mutton chops for a seat on Lamont's main floor, we've all earned the right to be that jerk who went to Harvard. We paid $160,000 for this crown, never avoid an opportunity to flaunt it. Please, wear Harvard football t-shirts to company picnics, even if you never once went to a game, and you protested athletic recruiting all 4 years. Buy 2 class rings, one for each hand. When the first member of our class makes it big on the national stage, be quick to claim him or her as a close friend, and also quick to denounce them as really not that smart in person. And when it comes time to wed, I know I certainly plan on advertising that dating me is the most important and rewarding long-term investment. Nothing prompts I do like our kids would be legacies. Over the next few days and weeks, countless people will try to humble us as we enter the real world, constantly reminding us that hardship and failure are facts of life. Don't listen to these people. They are losers, and they clearly did not graduate from Harvard like us. Puff out your chest. Over these past 4 years, you became phenomenal. You graduated from the most prestigious university in the world, a place where famous scientists solve tomorrow's problems, where the average grade is between a B+ and an A-, and where Domna, the Annenberg Swiper lady, is more well-known than any professor. At the end of the day, class of 2009, remember this. When in doubt, parade your Harvard pedigree. Girls will want you, guys will want to be you, and distant family members will want to borrow money. Congratulations, class of 2009. we are literally the most amazing people ever. Thank you.